This episode of the Operatory podcast is brought to you by Opera DDS, the easy solution for communication in your dental practice, between dental practices, and with your specialists. Paperless forms, secure email, full recall, and intra-office communication with chat and teledentistry, all available at operadds.com. Welcome to the Operatory, the podcast about burying the dinosaurs in dentistry, moving past outdated technology and procedures to find a better way. Dave Pryor with me as always, providing the absolutely essential patient perspective. How are you doing, sir?
Good, Brian. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give you a 9.
Wow. That's impressive. Well, I always give you a 10, Brian, because you're that good.
Man. Well, I got to bask in that 10 for a little while because that's got to be a first. No. Okay. Well, so the reason why I gave it a rating from 1 to 10 is I wanted to talk about actual reviews.
Okay.
What are the most essential types of reviews to pay attention to? And a scale from 1 to 10, what are we looking at? And it doesn't have to be 1 to 10, on good to bad, 5 stars to 1 star, 0 stars. What is the review that you really want to pay the most attention to? Because I think that gets lost in today's review-centric economy, right? Everybody's pushing reviews. Everybody wants reviews. Everybody wants to get that validation of the 5-star review or the 10 out of 10 review, and everybody fears the 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that world where we're all getting reviewed all the time, most of us are, we're either internal feedback, external feedback. What is the most important thing to actually take action on and to listen to? I'm going to pose that to you.
Ooh, I don't know where you're
Putting
going
you on
with
the
this.
spot. Okay, well, I'll jump in.
Okay.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. I just want to kind of give you the space to provide your perspective if you have it. If you don't, I'll tell you my perspective. And it's that middle ground, the 6, 7 out of 10, the 3-star review. And here's why, is that oftentimes if you have somebody give you a 0-star review or a 1 out of 10, they're just a jerk, right? They want a response from you. And they're just doing it to
bait you.
The person at the front desk overbilled me. They gave me an interest charge on my payment that I haven't paid for the last 300 days, right? And obviously you want to read it and see, but oftentimes that is BS, right? It's just like somebody being reactive, there's not constructive criticism going on there. But if somebody gives you a 4-star review and they give you feedback saying, I really love the practice, been going for 20 years, the best environment, efficient, this time though, blah, right? Mm-hmm. That's the kind, I think, that you really should pay attention to. Even though you get this warm fuzzy of 4-star, there's some criticism in there. There's some actionable item in there because those people want to give you a 5-star review and they're actually telling you in the review what to take action on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and if you want to, feel warm and fuzzy, you can hopefully you have a ton of 9 and 10-star reviews that can, build you back up. But yeah, you're right. If you're looking at reviews, certainly when I look at reviews as a consumer, I'm always looking at both sides of the spectrum. I want to see what is working with this product or service and what is not working with this product or service. And oftentimes I'll see similar statements on both ends of the spectrum. So it's, I agree with you.
That's a great way. I didn't even think about it that way because I'm with you. If I'm on Amazon and I'm buying, let's say an exercise bike, right? Mm-hmm. I don't look at the middle ones. You look at the 5-star and you look at the 1-star because you're trying to get what do people like, what don't they like, and maybe that's the danger of us being on the other side of it. If we own the exercise bike company, the gold is probably in the 3-star review, right? The person who is, or 4-star review, or like on a scale from 10 to 10, or 1 to 10, the sort of 6, 7s, because I kind of like it, but there's something missing.
Sure.
Right? Because you really want to cater to the people that, your audience. It might be, well, the bike didn't do the exercise for me. Well, it doesn't matter what we do, that ain't happening, right?
Yep.
So I mean, we want to gear the best art divides the audience, right? So the most successful people are going to turn people away. So you can't attract people unless you're turning somebody off,
Right.
If you're, let's say, let's say you're attracting people due to you running on time, and you have somebody who's really a talker, right? That there's conflict there.
Yeah.
It's not insurmountable,
Right.
but there's conflict. And let's say you didn't give that talker all the time that they wanted at that point in time. And I really want to talk to my dentist for a half hour every time I come in. Great. Let's have the conversation. But actually, we run on time at this practice, and that patient doesn't understand the value to the other patients by me not talking about movies with you for half an hour. Right. And so rather than getting all bent out of shape of having a 1-star review, which is natural, we all do it. I mean, I'd love to say that if I got a negative review like that, like I wouldn't take it, internalize it, but that's the danger, is like, we really do need to focus on how we can get the people who really like us to keep loving us more, and the people that are more than half the way there to get them from a 7 to a 10.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that is human nature to go, what do we do in a bad review, and how do I get more good reviews? There's not much discussion about how do I get the middle reviews? What should I do with them?
Yeah.
And I think those are the most valuable ones.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And I love the fact that you brought up when you're shopping for something else, because I do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
What makes this great? Who's this audience for? Or what's this product's audience?
Right.
Is it for, I'm part of these 5 stars, I'm part of these 1 stars, but as the person who's providing the service, there's absolute gold in those 3s and 4 stars. Makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, sort of a quick, efficient podcast today, sir.
Yeah.
Where we got to the core of what to do, what's the most valuable reviews, and why you should read those, and how to take action on them to actually tune your practice in to exceed the expectations of your patients that you are looking to attract. Thank you, sir.
That's perfect. All right. Thanks, Bryan.
I also want to remind you to rate and review us wherever you're listening to this podcast. And if you have suggestions or comments, please visit theoperatory.com and drop us a line. Again, I'm Dr. Bryan Laskin, host of The Operatory. Thanks for listening. I look forward to speaking with you next week.